Ah, yes, Iraq. Famous for being the first civilization, first to invent words, and the funny mustache man. No, the other one. No, the Arab one. Thank you. What's wrong with dictators and mustaches anyway? After a series of coups, starting from the revolution against the English colonization and 500 more, finally Saddam entered to end this series in his own way. Iraq had a good economy that time. The Iraqi dinar was stronger than the dollar. There was not as much strict religious rules until Saddam wanted to invade Kuwait.
Hey, Al-Duri-chan, let the boys have their breakfast in Kuwait. But Comrade Saddam, this will put us in crippling debt we won't pay until 2022, corrupt government, and no water borders. Now, living in a third world country means people are poor. Unless you are a politician or run a nightclub in Kurdistan, people are poor because there's no jobs. Most of college degrees means nothing, and the salaries, yeah, let's just talk about the salaries. Jobs here are basically slavery. You can work 12-hour shifts and get paid about $340 a month. Yes, as a waiter. And the best jobs here is being a doctor because engineers are also unemployed. So everyone and their grandma wants to be a doctor, dentist, or pharmacist. And the last two are also without jobs right now. And soon, even doctors will be jobless. Now, you may ask why? Well, corrupt government. No clear economic plan, and still eating on the leftovers of Saddam's socialist system. And now socialism, it's not very great in building an economy. So if you want to live a okay life, you need a government job. If you don't have a government job, you are a second-class citizen. Literally, you can't get loans, can't buy a car, can't buy a home, nothing. And politicians know this, so in each election, they give out bullshit jobs, which I'll put in quotes, because you basically clock in and clock out and do absolutely fucking nothing. Having $1,000 as a monthly salary in Iraq is pretty goddamn good. Still, you can't afford a home because there's a home crisis here, believe it or not. But you can live pretty goddamn well, especially if you're alone. And to get to your job, you'll probably take public transport. Let's get this out of the way. No metros, no trams, no trolley, and no regulated buses. Now, in most countries, the buses are government controlled, and the buses are actually good. Here, the buses are 2 miles away from self-destruction. Sometimes it's actually insane how some of these are still running. Matter of fact, there are 2 times where I was taking a bus and it broke down while I was taking it. The first one, the brakes stopped working, like just no brakes, all right? And the second one, the tire, the wheel, bended like literally 45-degree bend outward. Let me tell you how it works. Let's say this is a bus route. You can wait on anywhere in that route, and when you see a beaten up Kia, because that's what we call them, just extend your hand and it will make an emergency stop for you. And you don't want to be driving behind one of these Kias, because if they did this emergency stop, you'll probably crash into them. Anyone can just buy a Kia, which is pretty cheap because it's a beaten up Chinese car from the 90s, and start working. So the drivers are not really professional. But to be honest, there are barely any traffic rules. Here there's no crosswalk, no civilian bridges, and no speed limits, and also no police patrols. So it literally feels like a free-for-all. But I'll tell you what, the good thing about them is that they're pretty goddamn cheap. The price of a bus driving you for like 15 kilometers is 500 IQDs, which is about 34 cents. 10 kilogram of dirt is 2,000 IQD. So doing the math, the bus ride is about 2 kilograms of dirt, which is equivalent to 1 shovel scoop. There's a French saying that says, without electricity, there will be no development, and without water, there will be no life. Our government knows that very well, so we only can have electricity for 12 hours a day or less, and throughout the day, the water will just stop. Now, for the other 12 hours of the day, we live off of private generators, which we subscribe to, just like how we're going to subscribe to the channel, shameless plug, so we won't die of heat or, I don't know, electricity is kind of important in 2025. And you know what makes it worse? That in the 70s, there were no power cuts. So we're literally moving backwards. And this power problem was since the 90s when we invaded Kuwait. And it's still not fixed. And when I tell foreigners about this, they just can't believe it. It's crazy for them. Recently, there was a power outage in Spain and Portugal, and it was huge news everywhere. And the government's starting making investigations and want to find out what's the reason. Also, we have 2 rivers. We're famous for that too. And no drinkable water. Yes, the 2 rivers are drying up because of Turkey, which is literally gatekeeping the water from us, man, and causing our land to dry. It's actually fucking miserable to wake up every day knowing that you live in this shithole. Not because I can't afford a living, I actually have a home and a good family that are doing well, but it's these living conditions, the corruption of government, lack of services, literally no basic services, not even sewage. And when you go to protests, they kill you with snipers or hitmans or do a mass arrest to activists. And to be honest, I don't know if we will ever be normal. Okay, I'm sorry for the last bit. Got very emotional, but I just needed to get that off my chest. Thank you for watching this video. Please support me with a like and subscribe if you like it. Goodbye.